Elon Musk just bought your code editor for $60 billion. Cursor, the thing you vibe code in at 2 a.m., is now owned by a rocket company. Yeah, the blinking cursor, that one. It has a landlord now. It's the biggest startup acquisition in history, and honestly, it might be a disaster. It's the drop. Let's get into it. So SpaceX just closed a $60 billion all-stock deal for Anysphere, the makers of Cursor. That is the largest acquisition of a venture-backed startup ever. Cursor was founded in 2022 by 4 MIT students. 4 years later, they sold to Elon Musk. Not bad. Anysphere the company, Cursor the product, now a rocket fuel-scented subsidiary. The whole thing got folded into a shiny new division called SpaceXAI. Cursor shareholders got 389 million SpaceX shares in Spacebucks. And get this, the merger was signed back in June, 5 days after SpaceX's own record-breaking IPO. Subtle. The 20-something CEO now runs a division inside a rocket company? Casual? Now, why does a rocket company want a text editor? Because it was never about the editor, it's about owning the entire stack. Musk already owns the model Grok and the cloud Colossus. Colossus is roughly 200,000 NVIDIA GPUs scaling toward 1 million, the largest GPU cluster on the planet. And now the app you actually type your code into, model, compute, editor, and a social network to advertise it all on. Vertical integration, baby. Grok is already baked into Cursor, because of course it is. OpenAI has a model and an app. Google has a model and a cloud. Musk looked at both and said, I'll take all three, and a rocket. This is a man who wants data centers in orbit. Owning your editor is just the warm-up. But here's the plot twist. Cursor was already losing. Its developer market share cratered from 41% to 26% in a single year. Everybody quietly switched to Claude Code and Copilot while nobody was looking. Revenue still doubled to around $4 billion, but only because enterprise contracts carried it. So SpaceX may have just paid $60 billion for a melting ice cube. The enterprise magic trick: fewer developers, bigger contracts, usage down, revenue up for now. In the DevTool Power Rankings, Cursor dropped to number 3. The reason listed? Quote, SpaceX ownership uncertainty. Oof. Ramp's corporate card data caught the churn months ago. Individual devs were quietly bailing to the competition. And now, the genuinely scary part. Musk owns Cursor and Grok, which competes directly with Claude and GPT. So the guy who owns your editor also sells a rival AI model. Remember Windsurf? When OpenAI circled it, Anthropic reportedly pulled Claude access almost overnight. So what happens when you're running Claude inside an editor owned by Elon Musk? Nobody's cut anything off yet. But every developer just felt a tiny chill down their spine. In theory, Anthropic or OpenAI could quietly reprice or rate limit their models inside a rival-owned editor. Nothing's confirmed. But look at the incentive. It's like renting from a landlord who also owns the moving company, the storage unit, and is building a competing apartment next door. Oh, and one more thing. Cursor wasn't even that secure. It shipped 2 9.8 severity zero-click remote code execution bugs, nicknamed DuneSlide. Prompt injection that could run code on your machine. They patched it. You're welcome. 2 of them, both 9.8 zero-click, in the tool you hand your entire codebase to. Zoom out and the entire AI coding world is collapsing into 3 empires. SpaceX and xAI, Anthropic and OpenAI. 3 billionaire clubs quietly deciding how the whole planet writes software. Your escape hatch? Open weight models, DeepSeek open code, self-host, and answer to nobody. DeepSeek's newest open model reportedly clears 80% on SWE Bench for a fraction of the price. The open source gang is eating good. Because in 2026, choosing a code editor isn't a technical decision anymore. It's choosing which billionaire you work for. Model, cloud, editor, all under one very online billionaire. What could possibly go wrong? That's the drop. If your editor is now technically a defense contractor, comment JIT commit below. Follow at Puan Labs for your daily hit of AI peace.